Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering your paycheck disappeared. Most people think the solution is quitting their job and starting a business. Ironically, that's often the fastest way to fail. Research consistently shows that many successful businesses begin as side businesses while their founders are still employed. Keeping your paycheck dramatically reduces financial pressure, gives you time to test ideas, and lets your customers, not your savings account, tell you whether your business actually works. Today, we're going to uncover 10 businesses you can realistically build while keeping your full-time job, why they work, how much they can earn, and the biggest mistakes to avoid. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to create an additional income stream without gambling your family's financial future, and why some of the biggest opportunities today require more knowledge than money. As always on this channel, we are not sponsored by any company, and you won't find any affiliate links in the description. This is not a paid promotion. Every recommendation we make is based solely on our own research, analysis, and opinions. We are not paid or influenced by any sponsor. Our required disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, investment, tax, legal, or accounting advice.
Hello, if you're new to the channel, I'm Dave Karpinski. Yes, I am a real person behind this. I bring more than 40 years of global consulting and executive leadership experience, working at some of the world's most respected consulting organizations, including McKinsey & Company, Accenture, Ernst & Young, IBM, Infosys, Cognizant, and SAP. Throughout my career, I've advised hundreds of C-suite executives and led large-scale business transformations for Fortune 500 companies and major public sector organizations, including Google, Nike, Lockheed Martin, Disney, Costco, government agencies, the military, defense organizations, and leading technology companies. I hold a PhD, an MBA, PMP, and ProSci certifications, along with multiple SAP certifications. Everything you see on this channel is built on real-world experience. While I use AI to enhance research, visuals, and production, the ideas, strategies, analysis, and insights come from decades of hands-on consulting and leadership. My goal is simple: help you understand AI, business, technology, leadership, and investing through practical, experience-backed advice you can actually apply. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you'll join me on the journey.
The world of work has changed dramatically. Layoffs can affect even high-performing employees, inflation continues to pressure household budgets, and technology is lowering the cost of starting many businesses. Today, you can build a professional website in hours, automate customer communication, accept online payments, and market through social media for a fraction of what it cost just 10 years ago. Instead of risking everything, smart entrepreneurs now validate demand while maintaining financial stability. Think of your paycheck as venture capital that's already funding your startup. That single mindset shift changes every decision you'll make, and it leads directly to our first business opportunity. Thousands of small businesses know they should be using artificial intelligence, but most have no idea where to start. That's where AI automation consultants come in. You don't need to build AI models. Instead, you identify repetitive work like answering customer questions, summarizing meetings, creating marketing content, or organizing documents, then implement existing AI tools to save companies time. Imagine helping a business owner eliminate 10 hours of administrative work every week. At $50 per saved hour, that's over $26,000 of annual value. Charging a few $1,000s for implementation suddenly becomes an easy business decision. Even better, much of this consulting can be done evenings and weekends while keeping your day job. And if AI isn't your strength, the next business may already match your existing career experience. Every growing company eventually reaches a point where things become messy. Projects slip, employees duplicate work, processes break down, and nobody seems to know who's responsible for what. If you've spent years managing operations, manufacturing, logistics, healthcare, finance, or IT, you already possess valuable knowledge. Fractional consultants help businesses improve efficiency without hiring a full-time executive. For example, reducing delivery delays by just 5% or shortening production cycles by 2 days can generate savings far larger than the consulting fee itself. Businesses happily pay for measurable improvements. The surprising part: most consultants aren't inventing new ideas. They're simply applying proven methods they've already used throughout their careers. But another overlooked opportunity requires even less ongoing client management. Your knowledge may already be worth far more than you realize. People purchase online courses, templates, spreadsheets, checklists, playbooks, and digital guides every day because they save time and reduce mistakes. Suppose you create a practical toolkit that sells for $99. Selling just 20 copies each month generates nearly $2,000 in monthly revenue before considering additional products. Unlike consulting, digital products don't require trading hours for dollars after they're created. A project manager can teach scheduling. An accountant can explain budgeting. A mechanic can teach vehicle maintenance. Whatever expertise you've developed during your career may already have paying customers waiting online. But what if you'd rather provide an ongoing service instead of creating products? Forget the stereotype of answering phones and scheduling meetings. Today's specialized virtual assistants perform bookkeeping, customer support, executive administration, CRM management, travel coordination, social media scheduling, podcast production, and countless other high-value tasks. Here's where the business model becomes interesting. Instead of doing every task yourself forever, you eventually recruit additional assistants and focus on acquiring clients, managing quality, and growing the business. One client becomes 5 become 20. The business gradually transforms from self-employment into a scalable service company. And the next business proves that some of the highest profits often come from solving problems companies desperately want to avoid. Businesses operate in an increasingly regulated world. Whether it's healthcare, finance, manufacturing, construction, cybersecurity, environmental standards, or data privacy, companies constantly face new rules they must understand and follow. That's where compliance consultants create enormous value. If you've worked in a regulated industry, you already know the language, documentation, and processes businesses struggle with. Imagine helping a manufacturer prepare for an audit that could otherwise result in six-figure penalties or lost contracts. Suddenly, a $5,000 consulting engagement looks inexpensive. Most projects can be scheduled around evenings and weekends, making this an ideal business to build gradually. But preventing regulatory problems isn't the only way experienced professionals can create value. One workplace accident can cost a company hundreds of thousands of dollars, when medical expenses, lost productivity, equipment damage, legal claims, and insurance increases are combined. That's why organizations willingly invest in prevention. Safety consultants inspect facilities, identify hazards, improve procedures, train employees, and help companies meet industry standards. If you've worked in manufacturing, warehousing, transportation, utilities, construction, or government, much of your existing knowledge transfers directly. A single safety assessment may take only a few days, yet generate thousands of dollars in consulting revenue. Better still, satisfied clients often schedule recurring inspections and annual training, creating predictable income. But our next business solves a problem almost every company struggles with every single day. Ask 10 employees how a process works, and you'll probably hear 10 different answers. That inconsistency costs companies money every day through mistakes, delays, and unnecessary rework. Business process consultants interview employees, document workflows, build standard operating procedures, create training guides, and recommend improvements. Think about onboarding alone. If standardized documentation reduces new employee training from 6 weeks to 4 weeks, the labor savings compound every time someone is hired. Companies rarely enjoy documenting processes themselves, which is exactly why they're willing to pay someone else. The beauty of this business is that almost every organization needs it, regardless of industry. But what happens after those processes are documented? That's where the next opportunity begins. Businesses spend billions every year helping employees learn new skills, because better trained teams make fewer mistakes, work faster, and improve customer satisfaction. Corporate trainers don't need to teach everything. The most successful specialize in one area, such as leadership, project management, sales, customer service, cybersecurity awareness, AI adoption, Excel, communication, or change management. Imagine charging $3,000 for a half-day workshop delivered to 20 employees. That's the equivalent of $150 per participant, while creating measurable business value. Many training sessions are booked months in advance, allowing you to schedule them around your existing career. And if speaking to groups isn't your favorite activity, the next business operates almost entirely behind the scenes. Thousands of local businesses still struggle with online visibility. They know they need websites, Google business profiles, social media, email marketing, search engine optimization, and AI-generated content, but they simply don't have the time or expertise. Instead of becoming a full-service agency immediately, specialize in solving one expensive problem. Help dentists generate appointments. Help plumbers appear higher in local searches. Help restaurants improve online reviews. If your service helps a business generate just 10 additional customers per month, the return on investment becomes obvious. Once results are proven, monthly retainers often replace one-time projects, creating recurring revenue that grows predictably. But the final business combines relationships, trust, and recurring income into one powerful model. Every business wants more qualified customers, but very few enjoy finding them. Lead generation businesses identify potential clients, qualify opportunities, schedule appointments, and hand-warm prospects directly to sales teams. Imagine helping a software company close one additional $50,000 contract because of a lead you generated. Even earning a modest commission or monthly retainer quickly becomes meaningful. Modern AI tools now automate research, outreach, personalization, and follow-up, allowing a single person to accomplish what previously required an entire team. More importantly, this business teaches one skill that benefits every entrepreneur on this list. And before deciding which opportunity fits you best, there's one framework that dramatically increases your chances of success. Here's where many aspiring entrepreneurs make their biggest mistake. They spend months building a business before confirming anyone wants to buy. Instead, follow a simple 5-step framework. First, identify a painful problem businesses already spend money trying to solve. Second, speak with at least 10 potential customers before creating anything. Third, sell a small pilot project instead of a full business. Fourth, use client feedback to improve your service. Finally, build systems and automation only after people consistently pay. Think of it as building a bridge one section at a time, instead of trying to leap across the river in a single jump. But validating demand is only half the equation. The biggest challenge isn't usually money, it's time. Suppose you work 45 hours each week. Instead of trying to build a business every evening, dedicate 2 focused hours 4 nights a week and 4 hours on Saturday. That's just 12 hours weekly, yet over 1 year it adds up to more than 600 hours invested in your future. Batch similar tasks together. Schedule client meetings on specific days. Automate repetitive work whenever possible. Consistency beats intensity almost every time. Small weekly progress compounds into a real business surprisingly quickly. But even great businesses fail when entrepreneurs ignore the next critical lesson. Most failures aren't caused by bad ideas. They're caused by predictable mistakes. Underpricing services because you're afraid to charge professional rates. Trying to serve everyone instead of a specific customer. Building a perfect website before finding the first client. Ignoring contracts, invoices, taxes, and insurance. Or quitting a stable job after landing 1 or 2 customers. A business isn't stable because it had one good month. Stability comes from repeatable systems and predictable revenue. Focus on solving one problem exceptionally well before expanding. Ironically, the more specialized you become, the easier it often becomes to grow. And that leads directly to the financial roadmap most people never calculate. Everyone asks the same question: when should I quit? A practical guideline is to wait until your business consistently covers both your living expenses and business costs for several months. Imagine your household needs $7,000 each month, and your business expenses total $1,000. Your target isn't earning $8,000 once. It's producing that level repeatedly, with a healthy pipeline of future work. Maintain an emergency reserve covering at least 6 months of expenses. That financial cushion gives you flexibility when unexpected challenges arise. Ironically, the people who wait longer often end up growing faster because they make better decisions under less pressure. But there's one final shift in thinking that changes everything. Many people believe they need a revolutionary invention to become entrepreneurs. In reality, your greatest asset may already be sitting inside your current career. Every project you've completed, every difficult customer you've managed, every mistake you've solved, and every industry lesson you've learned represents knowledge someone else is willing to pay for. The goal isn't starting from zero. It's packaging decades of experience into products and services businesses already need. That's why older entrepreneurs often outperform younger founders in many industries. They aren't relying on luck. They're leveraging experience that competitors simply don't have. And when you combine that insight with everything we've covered, the path forward becomes surprisingly clear. Notice what all 10 businesses have in common. None require quitting your job tomorrow. None demand millions in startup capital. Most can begin with the skills, relationships, and experience you already possess. The smartest entrepreneurs reduce risk before chasing rewards. They validate demand, generate revenue, improve their offer, build systems, and only then consider making the leap full-time. That's how sustainable businesses are built. This week, choose one opportunity from this list. Identify 3 potential customers and start conversations instead of waiting for the perfect moment. Action creates clarity, and clarity creates opportunity. If you found value in this video, subscribe for more practical business strategies because the next opportunity could be much closer than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. See you in the next video.